It began as an adventure, a trip to the heart of the wilderness that would solidify their bond. For Sophie and Lucas, this was more than a journey. It was an escape. The frozen peaks of the White Veil Pass beckoned them with promises of serenity and seclusion, a chance to leave the chaos of their lives behind. But beneath the snow-covered silence, something sinister lurked. The two met at university, their connection instant and electric. Sophie, with her sharp wit and love for the unknown, complemented Lucas's reserved yet steady demeanor. They were inseparable, each finding solace in the other's company. It was Sophie who suggested the trip. She had heard about the White Veil Pass through a documentary about its haunting beauty and the few daring souls who ventured there. "It'll be an adventure we'll never forget," she said, her eyes gleaming with excitement. Lucas hesitated at first, wary of the rumors surrounding the pass, but Sophie's enthusiasm was infectious. The journey began uneventfully. Alongside a group of 7 friends, they trekked through the dense forest, laughing and sharing stories under the canopy of evergreens. The air was crisp, the snow untouched. But as they ascended higher, the forest thinned, giving way to a barren, white expanse. It was beautiful, yet foreboding, the kind of place that made you feel small and insignificant. On the 4th day, they reached the campsite at the base of the highest peak. The group set up their tents, and as night fell, they huddled around a fire, sharing tales of old legends. One story in particular caught Sophie's attention, a local myth about a watcher, a shadowy figure said to haunt the pass. According to the tale, those who ventured too close to its domain never returned. "That's just folklore," Sophie dismissed with a laugh. But Lucas noticed the way her fingers tightened around her mug, betraying a flicker of unease. The following morning, the group awoke to find strange markings in the snow near their campsite. They resembled symbols, intricate and deliberate. Whispers of unease spread among them, but they decided to press on, attributing it to local wildlife or an elaborate prank. As they continued their climb, tensions began to rise. Sophie and Lucas found themselves drifting away from the group, both figuratively and literally. Sophie's adventurous spirit clashed with Lucas's caution, creating a rift between them. "You're being paranoid," Sophie said, as Lucas suggested they turn back. "We've come this far. And what if the rumors are true? What if something is out there?" Lucas argued. That night, the first disappearance occurred. Clara, one of their closest friends, was gone, without a trace. Panic set in as the remaining members searched the area, but there was no sign of her. The markings in the snow reappeared, this time closer to their tents. As the days passed, the group dwindled. One by one, their friends vanished, leaving only Sophie and Lucas. The lovers found themselves trapped in a nightmare, the snow now a prison instead of a sanctuary. Lucas became increasingly protective, his love for Sophie driving him to the brink of madness. And then they saw it, the Watcher, a figure shrouded in shadows, its presence palpable. It didn't move, yet its gaze pinned them in place. Sophie and Lucas clung to each other, their breaths visible in the freezing air. "Run," Lucas whispered, pushing Sophie forward. "I'll distract it." "No," Sophie cried, but Lucas was resolute. He kissed her one last time before turning to face the figure. Lucas stood his ground, his love for Sophie giving him courage. As the Watcher descended, he shouted, drawing its attention. Sophie, tears streaming, ran as fast as her legs could carry her, Lucas's voice echoing in the icy void. What happened next remains a mystery. Sophie was found days later by a rescue team, delirious and frostbitten, but alive. She spoke of Lucas's sacrifice, of the Watcher and the horrors they endured, but her account was met with skepticism. The White Veil Pass remains off-limits to this day, its secrets buried beneath layers of ice and time. And though Sophie survived, a part of her stayed on that mountain, lost with Lucas in the shadows beneath the snow.